At 13 miles, Broad Street is Philadelphia's longest straightaway. It runs north to south, right through the heart of the city. And it just so happens to wind up down by Lincoln Financial Field. It may only be 100 feet wide, but we'll find a way to make room for everyone.
And that they have. They have found a way to fit just about everyone. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Got the Super Bowl victory parade celebration. Thomas, how's it going?
I'm going. Come on! Every single time you have a Super Bowl parade, it's always a good thing in Philadelphia. They're having fun right now, and we're gonna hang out with you guys for a little bit and talk about what's happening, listen to what's happening, see what's happening. I actually read that there could be a special Brandon Graham announcement today, Josh, which I think would be very interesting. You wouldn't think he would announce his retirement, right? So what's the opposite of retire? Well, let's maybe we'll find out today. I don't think they speak for another 2 hours. We might not find out on this show, but we're gonna find out as it happens.
There we go. Yes, absolutely pumped. And as you can see, we got all sorts of streams and footage and everything else. We're going to try to bounce around and, give you guys a taste, I suppose, of what it's like. There's some people, I believe, that are actually there and trying to stream. I think I saw a comment a second ago. So shout out to you. It's pretty crazy in terms of what it looks like. I mean, just trying to envision that. But not too bad, for a Valentine's Day. We got actually a couple people wishing you a happy Valentine's. Roger
there you go.
asked if
I
you would be
appreciate
his,
that.
Tom. So it's there's
I
the
appreciate
comment
that.
there. Thomas is already
Sure,
taken.
why
but
not?
We appreciate
Yeah,
all the
that's
support. This is pretty ridiculous though, because I was going through and I mean the comments that you've seen and like looking at the parade here. I think Q is probably so far maybe the most
gone.
lit, I would
He's
say.
fully gone right now. Yeah.
He was asked a question there, and there was no business of answering it. I mean, he's absolutely gone. He didn't drop the F-bomb like Landon did. Landon
did,
just
yep.
took the mic and said, "Go effing
Yep.
birds." But, hey, that's what you expect because everybody's celebrating. Just put a microphone there. That's what you're going to get. But it's pretty legit. This is really, really cool. It has different vibes, I think from last time, of course, because of the way that it's done the second one and the dominance and everything else. Howie Roseman even talked about that. He was like, yeah, that time it was in 2017, 2018, it was relief. It was like, oh my gosh, we did it. This one's like, let's just celebrate, let's party. And I think so far for what you're seeing from the guys, especially, the ones that have been there and done that, BG, Lane, there's a little bit of a different feel there. So pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think you called it. This one is a giant party, whereas the last one was like just excited to be there, revel, awe, gratitude. A lot of people were crying in the stands and obviously along the whole parade route. This is like, let's go. The Philadelphia Eagles are here. We're back to this moment, but we're not going anywhere for the next couple of years. It's crazy right now. I can only imagine the hangover that comes after after a day like today as an Eagle player. It's got to be absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Maybe just a tiny bit. Just a little bit of a hangover. Not too bad. You get over it pretty quickly.
Sure.
People asking as far as no sound. Yeah, I can't go through and play every one of them because they're not our footage. I could share the video clips and things like that.
Sure.
But yeah, we don't have, of course, the rights. So we'll just flip around to different clips and highlights and everything like that. There's BG, as Thomas, you were talking about, is quickly opening the show here, open the stream.
Yep.
Who knows what that exciting announcement would be? It does feel like he's going to say he's coming back for one more year.
It's pretty crazy he's already at that point. Yeah, because, we heard post-game, really the Monday after the Super Bowl, it was like, well, anytime, talk to my wife, it's going to, enjoy this moment. If he's already announcing his return 6 days later, would be pretty nuts. It would be pretty nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty quick decision. Got a couple super chats, or I guess one here to start out. We appreciate that. Virtual Thug with a 2 says, CJ is my spirit animal.
Like that t-shirt he's wearing, huh? It's a pretty fun t-shirt he's wearing today. Don't know if we can put that on the screen. I think it's a little bit not our channel friendly. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
pretty funny.
You can use your imagination. There's lots of CJ clips, though. We can't say that. You got some footage there. Let's see if it's going to give it to us. We might have frozen for a second. You can see him, at least. There he is. You can't see the shirt, but
there you go.
The man himself.
He's having fun.
CJ is a lot of people's spirit animal. I'm curious because there's going to be a lot of guys speaking today. Who's that Jason Kelsey-esque? Not that you can equal it or top it, right? Like even Jordan Mailata said that, but a lot of people were saying Jordan Mailata is going to be the guy. Some has landed
Sure.
Dickerson as the underrated, kind of under the radar pick. Obviously, I choose violence and things like that. He's had a few cold ones already. Dropped an F-bomb on live television, as many have, but I don't know. There's a couple different good choices. It won't be Jalen. Jalen's just not that way. But CJ, if they let him have the mic, I don't know. We'll see.
I wonder if Jalen's even going to speak today. It doesn't really seem like his sort of thing. He's very much done with this week. That is the theme of this week is that Jalen Hurts hates winning a Super Bowl simply because he doesn't want to deal with all the media that happens after it. So he is ready to get out of there and go to wherever he goes during the offseason and start training. He mentioned it during his press conferences on Thursday and Friday. It was like, I'm behind in my prep for 2025 because the Super Bowl obviously takes place a lot later than normally, if you first round exit in the postseason. So he's ready to get this one over with. He probably won't say much and then get back to work because that's just what Jalen Hurts does.
Yes, that is the man himself. But we love Hurts. We do love Hurts. Thomas, I'm sure you already saw this, and a lot of people did, but I was going to put the clips and the photos and everything else there. Pretty cool to capitalize on all of the Jordan brand, like logo, branding, graphics, everything like that, but to turn Love Park into Love Hurts. That I don't know that I've seen a better creative taking advantage, capitalizing on the moment than that. So it's pretty legit to actually get that. But you see, there's banners across all of Philly. They've got trucks, Jordan brand. They've got the ads, of course.
There you go.
And then you have, the love, which was already there, and you just capitalize and put Hurts with the Jumpman logo. Pretty legit for it to be Valentine's Day too. So very well thought out. The Jordan brand with that one.
I'd say pretty good branding there from the Jordan
Maybe
brand.
just
Talk about not necessarily the hardest thing to actually go ahead and figure out, but putting it next to the love sign. Well done. Very well done.
Yes. Yep. Little comma added there as well. It's a pretty good touch, we will say. Let's go. Kayla with the 100 bomb.
Hey!
Wow, Kayla.
Wow.
Thank you for that. My gosh.
Thanks
Says,
so much, Kayla.
thanks for this year, guys. What a way to end. Usually the live show is on my drive home, and I can't super chat, but hope that this makes up for it. Go Birds. Oh, my gosh.
We appreciate that, Kayla. Yeah, normally Wednesday link is normally in the evening, and if obviously you're not in the East Coast, then it's a little bit earlier in the evenings, people driving home. That was kind of our goal, is like as you drive home from work, you have an Eagle show to go ahead and listen to. Smart of Kayla not to super chat and drive. We appreciate that. And
stay safe.
Definitely appreciate the 100 bomb. Massive. That's huge.
Let's go. Everybody having a party. That is big time. Yes, thank you. Thank you. As we said on every single stream, I think certainly Super Bowl and post, we're right there with everybody else of like celebrating. So there was a very brief moment, Tom, so I'll be honest, because I was close to texting you, and then I was like, no, I looked it up. But a very brief moment where I was like, what if show up to the parade? And then, again, last minute is never a good thing. And so I checked the prices on flights and all that. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's
too
not
much.
Gonna work. So
too much.
But still, nonetheless, there's a way to celebrate, have it a good time. And I think the reports were what? Is it a little bit over 1 million? I think that was what I saw last time.
Is that the official number?
So
that might be the official number.
That it wouldn't surprise me based on everything we've seen. They got TVs all across Philly that are replaying the Super Bowl. Like that's kind of legit, not that you can really walk very easily anywhere because of how many people, but you see the game on, people cheering, going crazy. I don't know. I will say, I don't know that I would have been the person that would have been there since yesterday at 3 p.m. I think that was the first group that showed up. That's pretty bold. Kudos to them to actually show up that early. But, hey, if you're going to get front of the line, see the guys give the speech at the Rocky Steps.
It's a good point.
Not the worst thing, I suppose, but it's freezing cold to do that. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I see Brandon Lee in the chat saying he's been there since midnight of, I guess, this morning, but technically last night. So Brandon says he's having a good time. He's very close to the Rocky Steps, it seems. Yeah, okay. Listen, if you live there, you might as well go down. You might as well go down and have fun. And even if you are earlier on in the parade route and you're not necessarily right by the Rocky Steps, you can still see all the Eagle players, going through the city and busting around and having fun. I'm just curious, what do the guys do afterwards, right? I'm sure the Eagles probably have a whole Uber egress plan where everyone has a ride, everyone's accounted for, they all get sent back to wherever they're supposed to go and sleep off the next 24 48 hours, something like that. That would be my guess. That's what I would do.
Yeah, they Zach Baun was saying it, several guys were, but Zach was like something to the effect of like, I'm getting prepared for what my body's about to go through over the next 24 to 48 hours, so knowing it's going to be a little bit difficult, but why not? You have to celebrate. And take it all in. The one guy, and I've not seen clips because I'm trying to dive through this this footage and try to put as much up on the screen for you guys. The one guy that I've not seen, understandably, is Jalen Hurts, shotgun a beer or anything drink wise.
I don't think he's going to.
So,
I have a feeling he's not going to.
I don't either.
I don't think he does.
No, because if you're on the Tonight Show and they have the whole segment of the shotgunning beer and you're still not willing to even do it there, yes, it's the parade, but we just haven't seen Jalen do it, and that's fine. Just more power to you. It looks like he may have handed his off to Grant Calcaterra because he shotgunned
Sounds
both.
about right. Sounds about right.
Either way, Legend Killa 5, appreciate the 5 from you. Says, hey guys, could I get a shout out? I was really trying to get out there today. Couldn't. It's my birthday. Wanted to be there because of the, let's see, at a live. Oh, I live 2 hours away. Well, hey, I understand. Shout out to you, though. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Valentine's Day. Hopefully you got something good planned.
I'm sure getting into the city is crazy right now, and the egress is going to be even worse. But I bet getting in to downtown Philadelphia is virtually impossible. Where the heck are you parking?
Oh, gosh.
How much did you walk after you found parking? It's probably a mess in terms of getting in there. So don't blame me. I don't blame you.
No, not at all. It's there's so many different things, but the takeaways from people that had been there back when we won it the first time in 2018, there was yes, I'm super excited, seeing this thought of I'm super excited to go. I want to be a part of it, but my gosh, get prepared because it is just one of those days of, not the same type of conveniences. Obviously, Philly having to deal with 1 million+ people in areas that don't necessarily equate for that. So you can imagine the struggles and difficulties that come up with that amount of people, but it's a once in a well, we shouldn't say that because it's 2 times, even in our recent history.
Twice in a lifetime.
It feels like, it's one of those moments you only live once. So some people go in and doing it twice. But no, totally understand. Happy birthday to you again, legend. I did also want to share this as well because people were asking for Milton Williams. But the interview here is him saying that Philadelphia is for sure where he wants to be. Of course, we got to remember, any and all interviews that take place today, outside of maybe Jalen Hurts, is going to be someone who's probably severely intoxicated by that point.
Very true.
So that is one thing. And also, the context there was kind of almost like all things being equal, where would you want to be? Of course, Milton wants to be in Philadelphia. If he can get a massive paycheck and be in Philadelphia, that's where he wants to be. But, as we've talked about the last couple of days, it doesn't feel like Milton Williams is going to be one of those guys to return, and that's okay because we've got some depth there. But ultimately, they're all celebrating it today. There will still be a few, as we've seen already, a few reporters maybe trying to get a scoop or something like that. Maybe not the best day to confirm or validate some of those reports because have a few cold ones from the guys.
Speaking of cold ones, we got a couple of injured birds, it looks like. Looks like Cooper DeJean took a beer right on top of his left eye. He's got a gash there. I think Howie took a beer to the forehead, too. I think we got multiple
Did we
beers
really?
to the head casualties already. Yeah, Howie's looks like he's got a pretty big cut up there.
Oh, my gosh. I need to...
Those things are flying. You need to wear helmets right now. Gotta be wearing helmets.
Is there did you find a picture of it, or you're just seeing
I did, and I have lost it on Twitter. So if I see it again, I will shoot it your way. But yeah, it's definitely looked legit. I'm pretty sure Cooper for sure. I haven't seen a second Howie picture, but Cooper for sure.
Okay. We'll keep searching for it. I did find maybe a pic before he was hit with that. It's the Cooper DeJean aura from the DraftKings post, actually, but not bad. You got the I guess it's a B-Dubs hat.
I think so. I'm sure
B-Dubs
gave him a little extra. Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay, go for it. With the cigar, Victory cigar. You have to. Man, they are... just seeing the footage of all the people there, it is crazy. And, of course, Kellen Moore did return. That was a little bit surprised. I assumed that he was not because he had the introductory press conference, but he was, oh, yeah, I'm going to return, be there for the parade.
Yep.
I don't know if I've seen any interviews with him, but I was told that he was there. So, somewhere among one of the mini buses, I would assume.
Yeah, I've not seen anything with him actually being there yet. So, sure he is somewhere. He's probably out of sight, out of mind. That's kind of the goal there. He's a lay low kind of guy. It makes sense.
Oh, Christian is saying Coop Oh, did he hit it? Oh, he's saying he hit himself. He said that he hit himself with his Bud Light chain/charm.
Huh.
So a little friendly fire there, or I guess
Maybe.
like I'm
Maybe.
curious what Howie Roseman's is though, if he got hit with that one. Well, be careful. Austin, shout out to you, member for 8 months. The Hungry Dog says, it feels so good being an Eagles fan today. Love seeing these fellas get their flowers. Absolutely.
Yeah. And really, this kind of culminates the year. This is the final step. There will be a ring ceremony, which I think is going to take a little bit. I can't remember back in 2017 how long we had to wait until the ring ceremony actually took place. It was a couple of weeks, though, if I remember correctly. They kind of brought everybody back. So I would assume that fully culminates the actual season. But really, this is the final day before everyone goes on vacation. Everybody starts worrying about free agency, who are actually free agents. And, they start to get ready for 2025.
It's good stuff. I am looking forward to seeing the rings, though, as we all are. Joseph, I don't know if this is legit. Joseph is saying, I dapped up the whole team. I don't know if that means Joseph is actually there and in the parade, or if that's just in the past or hopeful. But hopefully, I mean, hey,
Hopefully
good for
he's
you.
there.
That'd be great.
Hopefully he's there.
Absolutely. Donald Baun returns. Oh, so now we got some predictions for some free agency as well. Charlene, sorry, I'll get to Donald's in a sec. Charlene is confirming Howie got hit with a beer can from the crowd. And then Josh Sweat was interviewed about, during his interview, I guess, had a little bit of a laugh about it. So maybe it happened while he was getting interviewed, or just he's hearing about that. But Sweaty's got the furs on, right?
Yeah, how about that? That's interesting, right? You would figure it'd be someone who wasn't going to leave in free agency, but, hey, he probably asked, and Chris Long delivered.
There you go. Let me try to get a pick for people that have not seen this one. A little familiar. I started thinking more about it because we were talking about it on Wednesday, I guess. And, we were like, oh, hey, what if Jalix Hunt? And then some people mentioned Nolan Smith. And I was like, actually, that's a good point, because he had been on the Greenlight podcast, and Chris Long had talked about how much, Nolan was a dog. And, you could just feel like maybe that was something there. But Sweaty with the fur coat, I think they're both from Virginia. So I guess it makes sense,
That would make sense.
Some support on that side. But, yeah, I'd say rocking it pretty well. I've yet to see, though. I was trying to search for that Howie picture or the Coop one. I've yet to see those. But, I guess the casualties of of the victory parade, what happens sometimes in those settings. Yes, speaking of Nolan. And for everybody watching, you could tell this is clearly not planned as far as what we're covering here. It's just literally anything and everything that happened at the parade. So welcome. Enjoy. Yes, Alan. Q had landed or hammered. Who isn't? That's the best question.
Yeah.
Outside of Jalen Hurts, who is not hammered? Nolan has been picking up random kids, I believe, in the stand or in the crowd. And some people said it just kind of walking down and eventually setting them down. So hopefully they're okay and finding their way back to whoever they're with. But I mean, it's as the I think one of the Twitter accounts was saying, yeah, this team is amazing. This kid will never forget that moment. Probably not on the shoulders of Nolan Smith walking in the
Probably
parade.
Not. Yep. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yes, cheesesteak. Yeah, that is the fur one that Chris Long had at the last Super Bowl parade.
Yep.
There's actually the interview. I think this might be. I'm gonna see if this is the reaction to Howie or not. It may not be. Okay, it doesn't look like he's gonna look off. I was gonna say there's someone who was saying he took a look over and started laughing at it. But yes, Howie took a beer to the forehead. He's okay. Don't injure him though. That's like. Thomas, you're saying basically one day or a couple days and we're straight into full off-season mode. That's our MVP now. Don't injure the man.
He's probably been in off-season mode for the past couple of weeks.
That's
they got to
true.
figure out the offensive coordinator, right? That's kind of the first step is offensive coordinator, and then once legal tampering begins, although Philadelphia is going to be working behind the scenes on a Zack Baun deal. They probably have been for a while. So, Howie's offseason was basically the regular season post-trade deadline. Can't make many more moves after that. And so it all kicks back up immediately to try to figure things out and reload. And it's not even really a reload. It's just kind of like retool a little bit, make a couple of moves here and there, draft well again. If he hits on one or two draft picks, that'd be huge. And let the current core roster players do their thing. That's my takeaway from all of this. Let the current core roster players just come on back and go crazy.
I don't see why not. I did find the picture of Howie. That doesn't look very good.
No,
I mean, yikes.
That looks kind of miserable, honestly. I would not be a fan of that.
Man, he was feeling a lot better earlier. I listened to his interview with who was that interview? Why am I drawing a blank now? Who's the Eagles insider?
Spadero.
Yeah, Spadero. Gosh, I'm gonna say Zangaro. I'm like, no, it's not that, Dave. Yeah, he was feeling a lot better. That puts a damper on the moods, I suppose. Nick says, "Does Howie even care that he got hit?"
I'm sure he did.
I would be a little bit irritated.
I'd be pretty upset. I'd be pretty upset.
I mean, it looks like he's got a little bit of a gash there in his forehead. He's hopefully all right. Good gosh. Okay, yeah, JD says there's an interview of Coop also. I'll see if I can find that one with his... Coop did it to himself. See, I wouldn't be... I mean, I'd be frustrated, but that would be more like it was me. For Howie, it's like some idiot fan is chucking a beer at him and hits him in the head.
They're going to be all wearing helmets by the time they repeat next year, that's for sure, just to make sure. With the full face mask we wore in a Little League baseball back in the day, just to make sure. No serious injuries happening here.
Yeah. It's, there's the Coop. There's the interview.
Yep, he's got the gash there too. They've covered it up, though, but he clearly has.
Yeah, tell him he just did it to himself. How about that guy? Turning, 22? 22 and get a Super Bowl champion as a rookie on your birthday.
Yep.
Like, you kind of set yourself up. Like, how do you even top that, honestly?
Yeah, very, very true.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, somebody's asking, do they have a nurse on the bus? I'm sure they have some sort of...
Sure they have somebody.
Like, people
Surely
that can help with this stuff.
Surely they do. 100%.
You got to prepare for it. Looks like they're getting closer to the steps and the speeches. They did move the Rocky statue, by the way. For people that are asking, you could see it up there.
Oh, did they really?
Up top, yeah. They took it from its little corner on the side, and it is up atop the steps as God intended. And I guess it'll stay there the remainder of the day.
There you go. That sounds good to me, huh?
Honestly, I don't know if people will ever get to take pictures with it, because it's obviously fenced off. Do they leave it up there, or is it just for today? Because if I was there, there's millions of people, so it'd be very difficult. But I would very much want to go and take a picture with it up top, because then you could say you did it where it is usually where it is in all the Rocky movies, instead of not that the place off to the right is terrible, but it's like, okay, you take a picture there, and sometimes people are like, what is that? Where is that? That's not what I remember. Let's see. S. How is Howie not in the concussion protocol? He might be. He might be.
Yeah, a full unopened beer can to the head. That sounds like not a good time. Sounds like it would probably hurt.
Just a bit. You got Saquon. Where is that one? I'm gonna try to find the Saquon one. He was taking in the parade, and he was saying, here it is. Yeah. He's like, this is crazy, absolutely losing it. But then he hopped down earlier to go and I think take a picture with a group of fans.
Yep.
And the barricade that was separating them, not that it's incredibly strong with millions of fans there, but it actually fell down, and then everyone's kind of all hell break loose.
Gosh.
Everyone's okay from the report that I was looking at. But Saquon just stood there, took tons of pictures with everybody, and then got back on. So par for the course this day. Lots of wild stuff. Let's see. You got other fans getting on with the chants. Jeffrey Lurie there with Saquon as well. I don't know. Do they hop different buses, or do they just stick with the same group all day? Because I've seen Jalen obviously with
That's a good question.
with
Good
Jeffrey
question.
Lurie, that kind of makes sense, but I don't know if it's hey, we're gonna get like the faces of the franchise, so to speak, with Jeffrey Lurie and like a Howie Roseman bust, or do they move him around? I don't really know.
No idea. I'm sure they got cameras all over the place. They got people interviewing and all sorts of stuff. It's crazy out there right now.
It's pretty legit. Kristen says, honestly, I'm proud of Philly. Super civilized, everyone happy. Great day to be a Birds fan. Okay, Christian, they hop on and off. Okay.
There you go. That makes sense.
That's fair. You got to celebrate with everyone. I just seen like a couple guys sticking together in various clips, so I wasn't 100%, but that makes sense. You get a couple different interactions. You see Jason Kelsey on the steps at the museum.
He's out
Looked
there
like with Brent Selleck, I believe.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of the old guys coming back in. Kelsey needs to pick that Philadelphia image up a little bit after the week he's had, right? According to some people, so might as well
some people
show your face out there and show you that you're a little excited. I think that's fair.
Somebody was saying we're the city of brotherly love, yet we get irritated that he's loving his brother and had a difficult time, which is a very valid point. I'm like, who cares? Like, there's always going to be hate and criticism, but it is kind of ridiculous. Hey, shout out to Mike, by the way, with seeing Brent Selleck there, buying him around in New Orleans, I believe. Go Mike and Lamb.
There you go.
I think you'd have to, right? Like if you run up against any Philly legend for that matter, but certainly even of this team. Like if you were just randomly, I don't know where or why it would happen necessarily, but let's say hypothetically you were in a bar and any member from this Super Bowl team came and you'd automatically have to buy them around, right?
I think so.
That's a given.
I think so. Yep. That's what I would do, especially if I was in New Orleans getting ready for the Super Bowl. That'd be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun.
Saquon with how many carats is that? 26?
It had like
what that was.
It had like 200 diamonds on it or something like that, right?
It's ridiculous.
His whole new chain. It's pretty good. Probably a nice little bonus that he got from somebody. I'm sure he didn't even have to pay for it. I'm sure it was that whoever made it gave it to him for free.
That is insanity. I can't imagine how much that is. It looks like some of the guys, I don't know if everyone's made it or if we're about to have the final bus, but it looks like the guys are starting to sit on the steps. So making their way at that point. Reese's Buff, appreciate you guys covering this, especially since I couldn't make the parade. Love both your content. Go Birds. Let's run it back. Heck yeah. We appreciate that. Try to as much.
It's gonna be a long day, that's for sure. They got a long way to go. They got to do a lot of speeches. I'm sure everyone's gonna want to talk for a little bit. If you're out there right now, you got to lock in. Hopefully, you can't really drink any water, and you have to find a bathroom, right? So, man, it looks fun though. It looks very, very, very fun.
Yeah, that's the difficulty. I think didn't they ask Zack Baun, and he was like, oh, I've actually got a better picture, by the way. I was going to say they asked Zack Baun. He's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, once we need to use the restroom. So that's just one of the, there's a better picture of Howie. And that's a significant, that's a battle scar. He's still got the cigar. He went back with the cigar. Bad. So, party on.
Yeah, well, got to continue, right?
Man, that got him good, though. That is like a direct shot. Somebody's just launching that. He's all right, though, hopefully.
Should be okay. I'm sure he's fine.
Oh, here was the Saquon seeing one of the ball boys and just lifts him over the barricades like, all right, come on.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I saw that one. Get in here. He's Super Bowl champion, right?
You are, yeah.
A ball boy is as well, I think.
Saquon is just the best, man. Like you heard stuff about his selflessness, right? But like sometimes not in the spotlight naturally because the Giants just not being relevant and things like that. But like to see that lived out and the selflessness and leadership and everything else, and then combine it of, hey, you had the success, and then he's still just being the same person day in and day out. To me, that's what it's really about. Like it's not a poser. Yeah. It's not a, hey, well, it looks this way at a certain point, but then eventually you're going to see something different, or he's going to be a different guy. Yeah. It's whether it's mic'd up footage, it's whether it's behind the scenes, it's things that get reported that he doesn't even say. So that is pretty cool. I mean, to spot someone in this big of a crowd and be like, oh, hey, yep, I know you. You should be in here.
They know.
Oh,
yeah. Why wasn't he in there in the first place? That's my question. Anyone a part of the team should be a bit of walk through it all and have fun and do that sort of thing. But what are you gonna do?
That is pretty legit, though. Good for him. There's another picture. Let's see if I can. Some of the quality on this is good and some is not. So we're living with what we've got. Here is Nolan. Oh, it's not going to be. Nope. Size doesn't work. It's not going to show me Nolan.
Brandon Lee says, I high-five Saquon and Hurts. There you go. Perks of getting there at midnight, I guess,
What?
right?
Hey, okay.
Perks of getting there at midnight.
Got to be there. Nate DeGreat is asking if there's footage of Howie getting hit in the head.
No, I've not seen any footage yet.
I haven't either. In this day and age, though, I mean, surely someone has something. But yeah, we've not at the moment.
At the moment, have not seen it. Twitter has not found it, right? We are searching
Yes.
to see if it's possible. But
Furiously.
No, doesn't seem to have happened, or at least on video.
Hey, good news for people that were worried or concerned. Jake Elliott is 1 for 1 on field goals today.
I saw that, kicking field goals, yep.
A beer can field goal.
Yep.
Up through the uprights. It's actually pretty good. How about that guy?
He said he was dealing with some sort of injury the course of the NFL season, so maybe that makes up for the misses, and then he'll be good to go in 2025.
Yeah.
Obviously made the big ones in terms of, the Super Bowl, right? Went 4 for 4, but yeah, I wonder how hamstring or something like that with a kicking leg or the plant leg, that was a little bit of a problem. Who knows?
Yeah, we always get those stories later of, there was like torn groin or there was, just all these different injuries from guys. It's like, okay, well, we had seen something pop up on the injury report or sometimes it even didn't, and they were playing through it. But you know what? Made them whenever they counted. It's all that matters. Donald saying Howie gives new meaning to the beer went to my head.
Yeah, literally. Holy cow.
Jeez.
That would stink. I would be bummed. I'd be trying to have fun, but it'd be like, man, that definitely hurt. And now I got cut up my head. I got to deal with that whole thing. That would stink. That would definitely stink. I'm sure he's fine, but that would stink.
Yeah. I'm sure that he's all right. Looks like Avonte Maddox and Saquon so far, some of the only Eagles or the earliest Eagles to get there and just sitting at the steps. So, separate buses, different schedule.
Could be a while. Yeah, it definitely could be a while. That's for sure. They're all walking around and having fun. It could be a while before we start getting, all the speeches coming up on the screen, or at least on Twitter.
Yeah. Now, that's a vibe right there. Jalen Hurts.
It's pretty good.
With the Lombardi Trophy, with the cigar, with the Love Hurts, and with his Jordans on. It's the man himself. People doubted.
Yep, 100%.
S. Dot saying Bradbury had a torn Achilles. No, he did not.
He had a torn Achilles in training camp.
Right, but did he have they're saying a torn Achilles from what? Like the entire season? Was it a torn Achilles?
I think that's what they confirmed yesterday, right? He had a torn Achilles. He tore his Achilles in training camp, which I thought we knew.
James Bradbury?
Yeah, that's why he didn't get activated at all.
I didn't. I must have missed that.
Yeah, that's why he was out for the year.
All right. Well, who knew? I thought it was the abdominal injury, and he had like some sort of calf injury, but I didn't ever hear that we got a official. It was an Achilles. So
yeah, I think that he confirmed it yesterday. Is whenever he was like, yeah, I'll be. He said he's gonna be back for OTAs. Was kind of his update yesterday. So there you go. Maybe a backup cornerback. And he wants to play corner instead of playing safety. No surprise there.
Good luck to him. I don't know if we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Well, I did not realize that. I thought he was just stowed away. That was, hey, we're just you're on the team and we don't really need you to play, but you can offer some insight. So, all right, there you go.
There you go.
Let's see. Got this was a pretty cool one for people who did not. The Philly police getting in a tush push in front of the crowd.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Gotta like that.
It's like everybody takes a part. That's pretty pretty legit. Yeah, Hoop Beast, we owe him an apology for how hard we're on him for James Bradberry. He kept teaching the young guys. It took everybody. We said that, I think on Wednesdays, we brought that up. Just saying, hey, look, not everyone would be the veteran or the leader to be willing to just sit behind the scenes and not get the recognition. But JB's gone about it the right way, not being a distraction. Even if like physically he couldn't do the things that he needed to.
Right.
It was not, I don't think, like holding it back or saying I'm not going to show with other people. So good for him.
Yeah, 100%. And maybe he can do something next year. You never know.
That's true. Viper with a 5 says, how much you want to bet that ESPN will show the Howie Gash and that's all they cover?
I mean, it will be one thing that they cover. But,
sure,
I mean, normally the speeches are kind of whatever. If you don't remember any sort of memorable Super Bowl championship parade speeches besides the Kelsey one. And so the odds we get a Kelsey level one today are probably, I'd say, pretty slim. And so they'll give us a little bit of quibbles here and there at the 6 o'clock Sports Center. But Howie getting hit with a beer, that'll be a big one. That'll be a big one.
Yep. Yeah, they'll have those. They'll have probably Saquon picking up the guy over the barricade.
Sure.
Jalen's, of course, because that's just a natural with the look that he's got going on and it being Valentine's Day. So probably, just play off the Jordan commercial, quite honestly, just the love hurts.
Yep.
But yes, Scott, Bradberry gets a ring. Everyone on the team gets a ring. So James Bradberry got one. All the inactive guys got a ring. Your practice squad players, it'll be guys that contributed in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
As they should. Good for them. All right, let's see. They got pretty close. I'm listening to the broadcast over on one screen, and then I'm streaming it here on the TV. But the number of times that I hear, we apologize for the language in this live broadcast.
Sure, yeah.
You just know what you're signing up for on a day like this, whether it's a player or a fan or just a passerby during an interview. It's gonna be nonstop. So
you know what's going on. 100%.
It comes 100%. With the territory on Victory Parade Day.
Yep.
Sympathy, Zack Baun is a must sign. There you go. Frank from Philly. We don't need Bradberry. Obviously, we made it without him. Yeah, I
think he's signed though. I think that you're going to have him regardless, and so you might as well have him as a backup. And you're not going to. I think Isaiah Rodgers is probably going to leave. It sounds like he's going to wait and see what kind of bag another team can give him to guaranteed start. So it'll be Ringo and Quinyon as your 2 starting cornerbacks, and behind that, it's pretty slim unless you are a 2023 preseason believer in Eli Ricks, which I guess you could be. So, if you're already paying him a lot of money, then you might as well hope he gets back in the best shape as possible and maybe be a voice in the locker room, I guess. It is what it is. I'm sure they'll draft a cornerback in the middle of the draft at some point, maybe sign a free agent cornerback. We saw how important depth was this past year with Isaiah Rodgers, and so I would expect him to do something similar, but Zay's going to get it back from somewhere else. I'd be very surprised if he takes a 1-year deal with Philadelphia. It just doesn't make sense from his standpoint when there's probably a team out there that wants to try to see if he can be a legit starter for 17, 18 games. Yeah,
and he deserves it. It'd be nice if they could keep him around, get the depth and everything. But yeah, he absolutely deserves it, and I would not be surprised because of, like you said, his speed, athleticism, what he brings to the table. Some team just being like, you know what? He's been on that defense with the Eagles, probably has something to prove or continue, so might as well. But yeah, wouldn't doubt it. Reese's Buff, also a good point here. Last time the Eagles won a Super Bowl, Jeffrey Lurie gave every staff member of the Eagles, including workers from the pro shops, a ring not equal to the players, but it was still an expensive ring. So
which I think is a good call. They should definitely do that again, and I'm sure he will. Right, as long as if you're a full-time employee of the Philadelphia Eagles, you're technically a Super Bowl champion, right? I mean, from the guy working in the stadium up to Howie, they should all get some form of ring.
Yeah, it speaks volumes. I mean, there's a difference of, obviously, we're biased, but we're also objective in this, that Jeffrey Lurie is the best owner in the NFL. So, can't be great without the greatness of others, and that includes every layer of the Philadelphia Eagles organization. So, heck yeah. I mean, you know what? Gift them. They're a part of the group. They're a part of the team, the success. So, I absolutely love that. Got the Jalen Hurts fat head smiling and the Patrick Mahomes pouting bottom lip with the.
There you go. That's pretty good.
There's too many. I have not seen though, Thomas, the one of the shirt ideas that we were talking about. Like CJ, he has the one that we didn't really put up on the screen, but it's kind of a funny troll. But then the defense, we're saying like, they could have gone with 6 sacks or 0 blitzes.
No, they haven't done that at all. No.
Kind of do something back to the Chiefs because they did that in their celebration. They did not, but
Is what it is. Is what it is. They
Take
all,
the higher
They
road.
all are repping something that they enjoy. And the Swifty one, obviously, Carter Johnson's beefing with them for the past couple of days. So take your shots whenever you can, especially when you're at the top, right?
Might as well. I mean, that's the way that I see it. But some people. That's right. Yes, Trey. Yeah, that was the Mahomes cutout. Yep. Anthony, what's up, Mr. Damone himself? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. What's up? We got the Super Bowl victory parade. It's such a great view. Checking out the art museum, all the people there.
It looks good. Very good.
A little chilly. Probably feels a little warmer depending on the beverage that you're drinking. Jerry with the 50 bomb. Jerry, appreciate that, man.
Whoa.
Thank you so much. Just want to thank you guys for so much fantastic content this season. I watch your videos on my lunch almost every day as stress relief and enjoy all the news and stories you share. Keep on keeping the main thing the main thing.
Heck yeah, Jerry. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Jerry.
Had a lot of people say stuff like that the past week. It means a lot to us. So we appreciate you guys watching the show. Definitely appreciate you guys watching the show. And there's plenty more to come, as we've said.
Yep. Big time. Very much. We appreciate that. Just being able to take part in this, quite honestly, whenever we've, I think, shared the story multiple times, but Thomas and I, Thomas had been doing it for a while, obviously, but Thomas had texted me. We went to the NFC Championship game not long after that. He's like, hey, you should, think about a YouTube channel. And lo and behold, I never envisioned it. I don't know that Thomas ever envisioned it either, but you guys make it possible a couple years after, and it's just been ridiculous. Cap it off with a Super Bowl victory. I mean, it does not get any better than that. But now it's just, you move right on into, like we said, you got the free agency coming up, which we're going to be covering all that stuff, breakdowns for extensions and signings and everything whenever that takes place. Obviously, the draft. So we'll have some insight into potential Eagles to consider, things like that. We'll be streaming. There's not much of an off season for us. Maybe like slight bits in spurts throughout, but not as much of, oh, hey, Eagles won the Super Bowl. We'll see you in, July for training camp. It's like, there may be a couple days, but no, we appreciate it, Jerry. That means a ton. Thank you very much. And absolutely keeping the main thing the main thing.
There you go. Appreciate it, Jerry.
All right, let's see. We got, I think I lost that stream. Let's see if I can update that one. Here's a pretty good. Okay, come on. I don't know what this exactly this caption here is, but you can see who is captioning it. What does that mean? Can you believe it? With those three, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything other than that. But why is that why? Why does that have to be the caption?
I don't know.
The Lombardi is in the trophy, but I don't think that is exactly what they're referencing from that
I don't
one.
think
Is
so.
Is it the
I don't
smiles?
think so.
Come on.
I don't think so. No.
I just love seeing the celebration, but I come on. Let's see. Oh, Anthony, family-friendly content. Jeff, what was that?
Yeah.
Is it with the I may have missed the other comment before. Maybe not. Oh, I see. Okay, someone's saying why non-alcoholic. I mean, there's sometimes there's sometimes not. I don't know. If we've tried to get Garage Beer if they wanted to sponsor a stream, but haven't gotten that so far. Oh, here's Nolan. Here we go. Okay, I was trying to find this one. I couldn't earlier. Here's that's just awesome. Try to chug one and just spray everybody else and just take off and run. And prior to that, he'd been, just picking up kids left
Small
and right,
children,
and just walking down the street. So You can tell he's feeling good, though, because he just got the T-shirt, and it's what? Wind chill is in the 20s, I think. I could be wrong. I thought it was...
It's cold there.
pretty-
Yeah, everyone's really
pretty
bundled up.
cold.
Ski masks, everyone's, yep. It's Philadelphia in February, you know. It's kind of how it works. We saw it in 2017. It was cold as well.
Keith saying, yeah, there you go. Love to see Jalen smile. Christopher, definitely the smiles. That's what they're talking about. Twisty. Nolan is trashed. Nah, he's fine.
Maybe a little bit.
He's all right.
Maybe a little bit.
The drink of choice, the beverage of choice is Bird Light, by the way. They've changed
That's
the name
right.
from Bud Light for today.
That's right.
So... I think they got the speeches, I think, in like a couple minutes. If I'm not mistaken, it was going to be 2 p.m. Eastern was the predicted. So getting pretty close. And we'll wrap here in a bit, obviously, for speeches and everything else. We might get a little bit of a glimpse of it. But just wanted to cover the main takeaways and highlights.
Sure.
The parade and everything else. Bob's so much wasted beer with a frown face. Feels like Bob's invested there. You got there's an opportunity. I know they are wasting it.
Oh man.
The damn Eagle said, did Nolan just spill a bunch of alcohol on kids?
I think he did. Yeah. I think if you
Just
brought
a
your kid to
tiny
this, you
bit.
kind of expected something like that
Yeah.
to happen. Kind of
Oops.
expected that.
Sorry, kids. Here's your first taste of beer. Again, it goes with territory. Scott, thank you, man. Said I appreciate you guys and your Eagles coverage.
Thanks, Scott. Heck yeah. A lot more to come this offseason, that's for sure.
There you go. Ringside Wrestling, what's the best feed to watch the speeches? That's a good question.
Probably
There's
local TV would be my guess.
Yeah, I was going to say local TV if you have it. If not, there's a ton of different, like, I mean, I'm streaming here occasionally, flipping back and forth because it's obviously not keeping it up. It's not our stream. But there's Fox 29, which is what we got.
Yep.
There's also, of course, NBC 10. Was it? I think ABC 6 is the other one. So I'm sure all the local ones on YouTube even will be streaming those. But basically, take your pick. Hey, there is, I don't know if this is true. Can neither confirm nor deny because I'm not there. But Jay Rizzle says there's free cheesesteaks at Max's.
Whoa.
Giving out
Spread
free
the word.
cheesesteaks.
I'm sure they only have a limited supply. You got to get one
Probably.
quick, right?
Yeah.
First
Can't
50,
imagine.
right? They get there. It's got to be it. 25, 30.
Free cheesesteaks
be
all
that
day,
many.
and you have 1 million plus people in Philly. What could go wrong? It's,
Yeah.
it's not bad, though. If that's legit, that'd be venturing over that way. Yakin's asking, wait, is Slay retiring? I don't know.
We don't know.
Has he said anything here, or is that just a
Nope.
general reference?
I think it's just a general reference, would be my guess. I don't even know if we're going to get a BG retirement announcement today. They're saying that there's an announcement, but we'll see what happens a little bit later on. Probably about 45 minutes would be my guess by the time BG gets up there.
Yeah. We got I'm seeing Nick Gates is shirtless, eating a pizza, and got a Bud Light in hand.
Sounds
Seems
about right.
Yep,
Yep.
it's about right.
Offensive linemen do, right? That sounds about right.
Sure, absolutely. That is the go-to. Here's AJ. Got a glimpse of AJ. Haven't seen him too much today in
There you go.
the parade activities, but as he does, catching the beverage of choice. I can't tell which one that is, but some sort of beverage. Didn't get hit in the head either, so that's good.
He's one of the few at this point.
One-handed grab. There we go. Clouder, appreciate the 10. Said, thanks for your content this year. Looking forward to the combine, free agency, and the draft. That's right. I didn't mention the combine, but
3 or 4 weeks away. I mean, it's less than a month away. It's crazy how quickly the combine's going to be here.
yeah. I was gonna say, I think actually, isn't the combine like 10 days?
Yeah, it's close.
I
It's
think
very
it is.
close.
Yeah. It's let's see. I was gonna make sure. Is it like the 24th?
Yeah, it's the 27th.
Or the 27th.
27th.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. Less than 2 weeks. It is crazy because when you win the Super Bowl, your off season is shortened in so much,
Yep.
but it doesn't feel like it should only be a couple weeks.
Hey, I don't mind it. I mean, I don't want any lull in my football stuff, right? I want to be able to talk about the Eagles forever just because it's exciting, and especially in the offseason when they're have a Super Bowl win, and you never know what rookie's going to make an impact this year. If they get another year one impact rookie, that could be pretty fun to watch. And then I watch all the year 3 guys, the year 2 guys, and then of course the rookies that come in. It'd be very, very fun.
Yeah, that would absolutely. That would be a blast. Let's see. There's a. I think I'm trying to find this one if I can. Somebody was asking about the Juju Valentines. There was a good makeup of the Cooper DeJean one, and now I'm trying to find it. Come on. I saw it a second ago. A lot of people I'm sure have seen it, but if you haven't, I gotta find the card. Why is it that hard? It should have just come up like a Cooper DeJean.
I don't know. I can't find it either.
It was like all over the place on Twitter earlier, and now I can't find it. Wow, it was really good work by whoever put that up there, and now I'm struggling in a big way. Did I have it a second ago earlier? I can't. This is the problem. There's so much content. There's so many things out there. Then it just gets buried, and now I'm like, maybe I won't be able to find it. If anybody else does, feel free to share it. Tag me, tweet at me, whatever. I'm sure you have seen it, but Cooper DeJean was kind of on the makeshift Juju, kind of the troll back, right? Because Juju Smith-Schuster, I'll always hold you whenever it matters most, was the James Bradbury one. So Valentine's Day feels very appropriate. Gosh, I can't find it. Anthony DeBona here says Howie Roseman doing interviews at the Combine with stitches in his forehead because he took a beer can to the head at the Super Bowl victory parade might be the most boss move ever.
Seems like that's gonna be a thing. I think he's gonna be for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is it's definitely a look. People are you sit down with like potential players too. You know, you're like, man, you got the stitches or the scar or something there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm striking out. If somebody else wants to tag me in Twitter, feel free.
Yeah, me too.
I cannot seem to find it. So someone has it. I know they do. Not deleting that thing. Here's a good one of CJ. People have not seen for a little bit. There you go. Got that belt out.
Yep. B to A. That was the theme of the entire season, really the postseason, but for sure.
Let's go. Let's see here. Got another super chat. Let me make sure I get that one. IBH with a 5. Let's go. Says, thanks for the great content all year, men. Next order of business is to get Thomas up to 100K subs.
There you go. We're getting close.
Birds.
We're getting close. We got a little while to go. We're getting close. I appreciate that.
There we go. Make sure to hit
One of
that
these
sub
days.
button. Go over, check that out. Speaking of, Thomas and I are doing the Philly Dogs giveaway. Take a trip with us to the NovaCare complex. So we'll be doing that in the near future. But of course, you have to make sure and sub to both channels. So
that's right.
Just another reason. Bump it up. Keep hitting that sub button.
There you go.
Sooner rather than later. Much sooner rather than later. All right, I think we're getting close to the speeches. Looks like we're seeing the guys on the steps. It can't be too much longer now. Let's see. See if I can find that other one. I'm trying to see if I can get a... Did somebody tag me? Oh, no, I got a different notification. Okay. Yeah, there's the Howie one. Let's see here. Got the other... Yeah, there's the steps. They're almost prepped for the speeches. James, can we get Josh? Can we get that gritty now that we won the Super Bowl? Probably not. Nobody wants to see it. It's also difficult to even get me in the full screen because of this. So it's a good excuse for me, quite honestly. But nobody wants to see that. I'm just
No,
I promise
I don't think
that
so.
nobody wants to.
I don't think so.
It would literally. I mean, it wouldn't be the gritty, but it also wouldn't even be anything that people want to see. So, we won. We won without it. Right? We didn't even need it.
Very true.
I don't know if they got the guys in the museum, if they're coming out that way, or which direction.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I can't really tell from things I'm seeing on Twitter here. They got to round them all up, huh?
Oh, yes, I got to see this. Okay, so Anthony just he just DM'd me. I didn't know that this happened here, but he said Zack Baun
signed a baby,
and
right?
kissed a baby. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Got to see this.
Got to stay after that, right? You can't
Oh.
sign a baby and then leave.
Oh, yeah. And people say, stay in Philly, Zack, we love you forever. Yeah, you're right. They can't. Okay, here we go. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Signed it right
Gotta
there,
like that,
too.
huh? Gotta like that.
Oh, my gosh. Runs off the bus. Signed the baby. Come on back. Let's go. He is returned. Like, I have no concern. I will say that. Anthony, thank you for DMing me, too, because I would have missed that probably. Still searching for the Cooper DeJean Valentine card, and I can't find that. So, as we've said, both of us have gotten minor reports. I don't know exactly how to phrase those, but it feels very likely that Zack Baun will be returning to Philly.
It seems that way. It seems that way. We'll see. Someone could offer him a bunch of money, and if he wants to take, $10+ more million a year, if someone like the Raiders are willing to do so, then, man, I hope not. But we'll see. We will see.
Yeah. Ryan said that's a signed contract that counts. Yeah, hopefully it was attached to a full contract there. He didn't realize it and he just signed it. We're good to go. Sorry, Zack. Appreciate it. Yes, I know. Everybody's like, oh, this is absolutely, he's getting extended. He's going to sign. That's a good omen. Whatever it takes, that is absolutely true. Christian with a 20 bomb. Appreciate that. 49ers trash. Cowboys trash. Chiefs trash. Go Birds.
Yep. I like that. I think you summed them all up. Lions, you throw the Lions in there. A lot of Lions people chirping right now. They got a tough schedule as well. You can chuck the Lions in there.
Yeah, they have the bulletin board material, though. You see the Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Yep.
His comment. Everybody telling Zack, you're the GOAT, bro, too, as he was signing that. That's pretty legit. Let's see. We got cheerleaders coming out now, so it looks like the team is making their way down the steps as well. About to get the speeches. And once we're probably, 10 minutes or so away from that, we'll probably sign off as that happens because, again, we're not able to show the speeches.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody wants to go check those out, so won't keep you on that side. But getting close to a little pep rally, and then I don't know if they announced who the first one would be, but there were a couple different guys, I think, that were expected to speak, like Mailata, BG potential with the expectation of some sort of announcement, and CJ Gardner-Johnson, perhaps, probably a couple others.
I'm sure Nick Sirianni will say something, or Doug Peterson had a good speech back in the day, and see who's got the best one, right? That's going to be the real question.
Yep. Let's see, got another super chat here from CJ. Appreciate the 5. Says, just tuning in from work. Thank you all for the streams. Are they just now about to do are they just about to do the speeches? Go Birds, baby. Woo. Super Bowl 59 champs. Let's go.
Appreciate you checking in from work. It seems that like they are getting close. We're kind of monitoring. They're slowly getting everybody there at the Rocky Steps, but I think pretty soon is when they're going to kick these things off, hopefully.
Yep. Working their way there. All right, I'm still waiting. If anybody was going to tag, but I have not gotten that, so. Huh, this is kind of legit. There was a picture of one of the buses. It's, I think, the Eagles medical staff on one of the buses.
Oh, yeah. There they are.
It says 21 of 22 day one starters played in the Super Bowl 59. Hashtag Eagles medical staff.
Yeah, except for Nakobe Dean, who I think they're going to bring back a kind of a one-year prove-it deal. That would be my guess to help kind of maybe further solidify the linebacker spot. Or Burks, I think, will come back as well, unless someone wants to really overpay him. But, yeah, I mean, besides the brutal Dean injury, it's pretty crazy that's exactly how it finished out. Wild.
Yeah, I don't think I would have. I don't know how many teams can even say 21 of 22 day one starters like in any playoff game, let alone, Super Bowl, say, hey, we got 21 of the 22 guys. So
yeah,
shout out to the medical staff for sure.
Perks of being a winner, right? That's normally a good sign that you're going to win a Super Bowl. If you're a good football team that also stays very healthy.
Yes. Yep. That is for sure. Ray with actually a good reminder here. Ray was saying, asked about the helmets giveaway. Already did those, but I do need to spin real quick, so might as well take care of that for the Saquon Barkley jersey.
There you go.
Let me get this thing set up real quick. That was on the last video there, so for anybody that was commenting on the previous one, they'll get a chance to claim. Have a few days, of course, but Saquon Barkley Super Bowl jersey. I mean, wouldn't be too bad to have a little Super Bowl patch on that, little commemorative piece.
There you go.
Okay, I think we're good to go. So, good luck, everyone. Yes, Anthony, it was the Cooper DeJean Valentine's card picture. Oh, sweet. Okay, he DM'd me. I'm gonna show. I'll show everyone in a second. Thank you. Anthony's the man. I could not find it, but he found it.
He knows. He knows where it is.
Yes, able to get that. So I will show everyone. This though is for the Saquon Barkley jersey. Good luck, all. See who it is. And it is Natalie G.
There you go.
897.
Natalie G.
Whose comment was, I got more emotional watching that mic'd up. Keep rewatching it.
Mic'd up was really good. And they put it on YouTube now, so you don't have to wait for it to air at 11 p.m. on NFL Network. That's the best part. That's the best part.
Yep. Because I missed it a little bit later, or I got the tail end of it, and then I'm like, dang it, I got to go back and. But yes, thankfully it's on YouTube, so you just go search that.
Super good. Super good.
Again, congrats, Natalie. You got the Saquon Barkley Super Bowl jersey, so I just need you to email me, thephillyspecialshow@gmail.com. Send me a little screenshot. Got to get the info, make sure that it's you, confirm there, and everything on that side. But appreciate the support.
There you go.
Give you a heads up and reminder in an upcoming video also if I don't hear from you. So you got a week to claim. Congratulations. Happy Valentine's Day. So you got a giveaway on that side. But all right, I will take that one and save there, and then I'm going to share with people the Cooper DeJean that Anthony provided because I could not find it. Yes, okay. This is pretty good. As it looks like the speeches are just about to commence, so kind of perfect timing. Okay, so here's the card before we get ready to sign off here.
There it is.
Intercepted my heart. It's the Cooper DeJean, and then at the bottom you got the to from, right? So you can. I'll retweet this now because I couldn't find it to save my life. So it's been retweeted. If you want it, it's a Coop, not a safety. It's not Cooper DeJeans, but it's a different one. It's a fan account.
Sure.
But they shared it first, I believe. Been shared by a lot of people. I just retweeted it. It's pretty good, I feel like. So, just insert your name to from and send to whoever you need to.
There you go. I love it. And maybe it's someone to Juju Smith-Schuster, too. He feels like he might be
of course, yes.
Technically was on the field for a couple of those plays. So nice to see him get what he deserved after pretty lackluster Super Bowl last year, but obviously good enough to win. So what are you going to do?
Yep. It's pretty good. Don't mind the trolling also. So, yeah, if you want to tweet or tag Juju in those, that's pretty legit. Very much worth it, I will say. Anthony says, I wonder if my wife will accept that card. Hopefully.
I think if she's a fan, then sure, why not? If she's a fan.
Yeah, it's got the right meaning behind it. I think so. It's pretty good. All right. I think we are going to wrap because it looks like they are just about to do the speeches as
There you
Spinner's
go.
getting the squad fired up. So
There you
we
go.
appreciate everybody. If you're looking for the speeches, go over to one of the local channels here on YouTube, NBC 10, CBS Philadelphia, 6
Yep.
ABC. What's the other one? Fox 29. So I listed them all, not biased. Just take one. They'll all have the speeches. But we appreciate you guys always. We're going to be probably hanging out in one of those to watch the speeches. But more videos to come. Off-season practically starts for the group tomorrow, I guess. And more news that we'll keep you posted on in the next coming days and weeks and months and everything else. But Super Bowl champs, enjoy it. Parade day.
We'll see how the hangovers survive after today. Enjoy the speeches, guys.
Good luck. Go Birds.
Go Birds.